What if your next 10 rupee UPI transaction decides the fate of 100 lakh crore economy? We are witnessing a silent war, not on borders but in your pocket, not with guns but with apps, algorithm and RBI regulation. From that chaiwala's QR code to your electricity bill payment, everyone is fighting for your tap, for your data and for your choices. Behind the scenes, tech giants, disruptor startups, and even the government are in this silent war to command this invisible network that decides when, where, and how your money moves. This isn't just Paytm and Razorpay. This is about who owns India's digital soul and why the next decade of wealth, power, depends on this. Stick around because by the end of this video, you will never look at QR code the same way you did. Namaste friends, I am Rohini and you are watching the knowledge series of fincash.com. According to RBI and Niti Aayog data, India's digital payment value was around 1400 lakh crore in FY23 and it is expected to grow at 20% CAGR, crossing 100 lakh crore soon. India has over 4,000 fintech startups, making it the third largest fintech ecosystem in the world. We handle over 12 billion transactions a month, which is even more than China. But with size comes ambition. Everyone wants this piece of digital gold mine. From flashy startups to legacy banks, from global players to domestic giants. Every war has its warriors. And in India's fintech battlefield, these are the names who are rewriting the way money works. Paytm, the poster child of Indian fintech, despite recent stock hiccups, it's a super app trying to be everything. Right from wallets, payment banks, loan facilitator, insurance seller. Second is Razorpay. Started as payment gateway, now offers payroll, lending, credit cards for businesses, and even banking APIs. PhonePe, it is now starting its own app store, investment, and it's even entered in ONDC for commerce. Google Pay, Amazon Pay, and WhatsApp Pay, the global giants who have embedded themselves into India's digital payment. Navi, founded by Flipkart co-founder Sachin Bansal, it is now making waves in personal loans, home loans, and health insurance using a fully digital app first model. It is a new chain challenger aiming to disrupt traditional lending with speed and low cost structures. Orino Pro, the underdog, focused more on enterprise grade infrastructure, powering banks, government, and smart cities. They are not chasing customer, but they are controlling the back-end pipes. No war is won without weapons. And in the fintech world, these players are armed with one of the most powerful tools. So let us see how do they fight. UPI dominance. Everyone wants to own the user interface, but UPI is controlled by NPCI. This is where it gets neutral. But still, the brand visibility and cashback is where the war is. Lending, the biggest monetization tool. The company that can approve the loan fast and give out wins the race. Both Razor and Paytm are the biggest players in this space. The third powerful tool is data play. This is the real oil. These companies know when you eat, shop, save, or borrow. Fourth is partnership with banks and NBFCs. Since fintech cannot hold deposit, they build alliance with traditional bank. Regulatory edge. This is where Areno Pro shines. While others build app, Areno Pro helps build national infrastructure for fair collection, transit system, and digital banking. While everyone is fighting for the spotlight, there is one player that is fighting beneath their feet. Now let us talk about this quiet warrior. Areno Pro works with governments, metro projects, and PSU banks. They recently acquired a majority stake in Arya.ai. This is an AI-led BFSI platform to offer AI-powered core banking infrastructure. The digital banking and transit tech powers countries in Middle East and Asia. While Razorpay fights for SMEs, Areno Pro builds the race. Think of it like this. Suppose Paytm is a train, Areno Pro is the track, signal and control room. The fintech future may look bright, but here's a quick reminder of how quickly it can turn into dark. In 2022, RBI issued a circular that immediately stopped several fintech lenders from offering instant credit via wallet and prepaid. Overnight, millions of users were affected. Some apps disappeared, others had to pause their business. Investors lost crores of rupees. This is how fast the game can change and how fragile is fintech model when they are built on regulatory sand. Now let us see what's coming up next. RBI wants all digital payment systems to work smoothly with each other. ONDC is challenging Amazon and Flipkart. Credit via UPI is gaining steam. The next big war will be for AI-led underwriting and embedded finance. You might be using Paytm or Razorpay on your phone, but companies like Areno Pro could be the ones running the entire system behind them. Fintech is not just about the apps on your phone. It's a hidden fight of who controls the entire digital ecosystem. Data and lending are one of the most powerful tools in this battle. If a company has your data, it decides whether to give you loan, and if it controls loan, it earns the most from you. NPCI plays a crucial role in keeping the UPI battlefield neutral. Thanks to the transaction volume caps and government oversight, no single player can dominate the space entirely. The RBI is the ultimate kingmaker in this war. With just one circular, it can completely transform or even dismantle a business module overnight. We have now entered India's fintech phase 2, which is driven by digital infrastructure, artificial intelligence in finance, and open network like ONDC. And finally, you, the user, are the both fuel and product of this war. Your data, your behavior, and your everyday choices powers the entire fintech battlefield. This isn't a war between apps. It's a war that affects your daily life. When a fintech app shuts down, it's not just the CEO who suffers. It is the father who cannot send money to home. It is a student who's stuck outside the metro gate. It is the shopkeeper whose UPI doesn't work at the peak hours. You may think you're just tapping to pay the money, but you're actually feeding a system that is shaping India's financial future. And the most scary part is you do not control it, you do not own it. But awareness changes everything. If you understand who's building the rails, underwriting the rules, and handling your money, you become a smarter citizen in this digital democracy. So the next time when you make a payment, remember, it is not just the money movement, it is power shifting. So stay informed, stay empowered, because in this 100 lakh crore war, your awareness is your defense tool.